Oh my god, how do I get out of this channel? um, okay, so I'm in Discord. I honestly need help. I'm in the Discord. How do I get out of the voice channel? I know there's a way to like hang up. Oh, it's right there. Duh. Duh. Disconnect. There's the button. Woo! I'm a funny little man. Fatal Zeph says Mill scares me a bit. Mill. I mean, if Mill works the way it does in Classic, I'm okay with that Mill deck. In all honesty, I am a-okay with this Mill deck. Like I said, it's not stall. It focuses on the purpose of milling you. I'm a-okay with this. Want to go mill on mill, Greshu? Oh, God. I will. I will. But give me 1 second, because I might want to change up some of these combos. As nice as they were, talking with him, finding out that this deck is really a action card deck, I kind of want my combos to pay for one another. So now seeing this deck in action, now knowing what it can do, I might want to change up some combos, just so some of these combos can pay for one another easier. Venom Project 90, hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the channel, my friend. Actually, I don't think I need Living Shadows. I don't think I do. Now I gotta look. I gotta look and see what else is getting rotated. Okay, so these ones are fine. Ritual Awakening is the only one that's getting rotated out. Another round, yes. It started today. If you want, get in contact with Cowboy Hat Valor, or just, he's in chat right now. If you keep up to date on the Facebook and Discord channels, Beer of Backwater gonna get right. Okay. Another round, yeah. If you stay up to track with the Discord and the Facebook group, I know Cowboy Hat Valor has been very ample about posting things on there to join the tournaments. So, yeah, just catch it next time. Also, if you were not here, Delivery Crab is starting bronze tournaments online every Sunday, or not every Sunday, but at least this Sunday is their first one. So I highly recommend going to Facebook channel right now, watching As a Matter of Matt or Delivery Crab's video about how to sign up for those tournaments, because they only hold 32 spots. So if you want to play, if you want to get online tournament experience, sign up right now. Go sign up right now. I mean, our matchup is done. We're all good and dandy. I would go sign up right now for his tournament. And then, of course, come back, because we're going to have some fun. We're going to have some fun. Okay. So, in case you guys didn't know, the only thing I changed up here is his combos. I took out Ghostly Grasp. I took out Ghostly Grasp and Living Shadows and added in Withering and Ritual of Awakening. So otherwise, the action cards are still the same, still essentially the same deck. I just wanted to try, like I said, if his deck is very action-based, card-based, I want a deck where the combos can pay for the combos, so I don't have to spend my action cards on them. Does that make sense? Is that an okay understanding? And I feel like this way it's going to be a lot easier for me to pay for this stuff, so I can get cards like Sickly Touch out, and all these other cards will work really well. Another none, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you can still play, build up your stuff. The thing, I highly encourage at least watching Matt's video, because he talks about it. Where I mean, depending on how you place and whatnot, and if you do really well, it's good. But if you don't participate, there's no way to win, no way to do fine. So even if you get last, it's still a good experience to get yourself out there in a more competitive state. Also, if you do really well, and you manage to make it up the high ranks in this tournament, you get what he calls pincer points, and pincer points are collective currency online for him that you can then use to purchase physical cards at his website shop, deliverycrab.com. So I mean, if you don't play in the tournament, there's no chance of getting it. But if you do compete, at least you have a chance. I mean, even if you do bad, you at least get the experience of playing in a tournament. If you can't go to one physically, you at least get that experience, like I just did, of playing in a tournament and have that tournament settings where like, oh man, these games count. Like like you saw me play it. I'm like, oh, I'm shaking. I gotta really mind focus on these games. I really gotta concentrate on this stuff. As opposed to just playing casual, you're just like, okay, I know this deck, it's fine, whatever. Like, it's a whole new mindset. It's a whole new ball game. So, if you don't want to compete, I'm not telling you to have to. It's completely fine. But I highly encourage everyone out there to do so. Hey, LS1 Cam, thank you very much for the follow. Thank you very much. Teriyaki Fish Game, to get to your question, this is Two Pancakes deck that I just played him in the the Tantosian Tavern Trials tournament that Cowboy Hat Valor is hosting. And he played a very, very intuitive Dread Mill deck. And I don't mean Dread Stall. I mean Dread Mill. And that warms my heart that a mill deck can occur without it being a stall deck. And on that note, I'm going to go to a new water bottle where we're waiting for this real quick. So give me 1 sec, guys. I'll be right back. Also, can we get a Thunderfin salute for Fuck Depar, Horned Crab, and LS1 Cam, who followed today for the Graze Regression Pack. Can we get a Thunderfin salute for those guys? Thank you very much for joining my channel, man. It means a lot. Anything you do always means a lot. No matter if it's just the follow button, subscribe button, follow me on YouTube, whatever you got to do. I will always appreciate everything you do. So 1 sec. It's his turn first, so I'll be right back. Okay, so in all honesty, this is just a really good turn to play this. Right away in the early game, he's got to either dump a lot of water cards to use his ability, or use a buff removal or whatnot. What you got? He's drawing now, so he doesn't have to draw next turn. Not a bad idea. The thing is, do I even want to lay Plague Bringer? Because that would totally ruin this. I might not. I'll draw from the top. Now that I know that's on the bottom, that's good. Shadow Puppet, I doubt I'm ever going to use in this matchup. Sadly. Sadly, I doubt I'm ever going to use it. And guys, I don't know if you saw me on Twitter today. I posted the fact that, actually this is probably just a dead combo against him because we're both milling. Withering is just not good for this. That was a horrible idea. What did I do? Crystal Maze is going to be a dead card as well. Ooh, this is not looking good for me. I do have a Thunderfin emote up right now. It's pending, so as soon as that gets pended, all of you lucky fans, folks, and crazy little boys out there, boys and girls alike, there will be a Thunderfin salute emote coming shortly to my channel. And I know many of you are excited about that. Many of you, in fact, all of you, right now, are the most excited you have ever been in your lives. I think I'll do this. Kind of slows down his hand just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, so how can two pancakes get his weapon out like by turn 3 every game and I can't? Huh? Someone want to explain that to me? Someone want to explain that to me right now why I can't do that too? If you can't, we're gonna have to talk a little bit. Vitalizing Frog, sure. Well, I'm actually okay if he uses his ability on this. I am. I really am. Wranglethor says, Heart of the Cards? Maybe. Maybe. I had my puzzle for 2 days, for 1 day, and then it's gone now. Where are you? My Wall Bones is not a... Seriously! There's 2 blacksmiths in here. I haven't drawn a single one, huh? We're gonna be like that. It'd be really nice to be able to lay these, wouldn't it? It'd be really nice. One day. One day, I will wake up. I'll have coffee in my makeup. There we go. That's about gosh darn time, huh? Shatter Flame. Thing is, that's just 12 damage, and in that deck, I don't care. I do not care. As a matter of fact, if I attack him and remove that, then he gets to Crystal Maze me. Yeah, this is a dead one. I don't need that. Not for this matchup. Not for mill on mill. No way. Yeah, no, discard a Murky. Oh! Glorious! Alright. I mean, can you imagine if he did Murky Waters me? God, that'd be so amazing. Cool. Cool story. I don't think these mazes are ever going to be helpful. Not in this matchup. He's going to use his ability more than attack me, in all honesty. Yeah, I mean, wow. I need to be proactive with my Greedy Gemruffs in this matchup. I can't just sit here and wait for him to do whatever he needs to be doing. I have played Mill. This is not my first rodeo. I played the Ancient Mill a lot. Back when it was... Yeah, there's a Greedy Gemruff. Okay. That's cool. Crystal Light. Probably not going to have a lot of combos. Life Leechers. Okay. That's an okay one, I guess. Yeah. See, the thing is, I don't even want to use my Geoda Hatchling in this matchup either, because it would be considered an attack, and he would get value out of the Crystal Maze. So I gotta remember that also, that Geoda Hatchling is also not good in this matchup almost ever. Actually, do I really want to do that? Yeah, because by the time I use that one, it's going to be a dead card. By the time I use that one, it's going to be a dead card. Milling a combo is good. Mind you, he was almost never going to lay that anyway. Then I'll pass. Wall of Bones is another great one to discard a Greedy Gemruff here, because I'm never going to need it out. He's never going to deal damage to me. Ooh, that's a good one. That is a good one to have. Take these back. Discard a Shadow Puppet, because I will most likely not need buff removal in this matchup either. I want cards that will bring cards back. And he's using Poison instead of Shadow, at least right now. He could still run a Shadow Weapon. But without that, he doesn't have the graveyard recursion of, like, Necro Dreadling, of Necrophant, and all that stuff that I have access to. He's using more of the healing, where I am making my deck more full. So in all honesty, I think I have the matchup. How many Crystal Leeches are gone now? 1, 2. Maybe I just do this. He's out of water cards under here now, too. So maybe I do Discreeble and draw. Devour Soul. There's a buff removal right there. I have the cards to pay for it too, so I'm not even worried. Just using his ability to make sure he doesn't draw. Interesting. I know the bottom card is still that combo, which I don't want right now, so I'm fine just drawing two. There's a Crystal Leech and a Gemruff. The Gemruff... Ooh. Do I discard the Crystal Leech to the Gemruff? Like I said, in this matchup, I don't think I'll ever need it. I don't think I'll ever need it. Mind you, he probably could just Creeble me. But with all the stuff that I'm doing, I'm fine. And if he does Creeble me, I have Devour Soul. I'd much rather just... Yes! Are you running Earth, or is that to help you pay for some combos? Because that's a weird one to have. There's a Shadow Puppet in case he does for some reason. After discarding that Shadow Puppet, I am all out of buff removal outside of Devour Soul. Which might be fine. Maybe now he's like, yeah, I can Creeble Jester and get him. And I'll be like, sure, you can. All the way. And an Avalanche. Okay. I mean, yeah, I think I'm doing really well right now. Ooh, I could even Shadow Form the Devour Soul. How many cards left? 3? I think by doing this, and then Necrophanting in the 3 Greedy Gemruffs, I am solid on this game. Oh, there's his Shade Weapon. So he was running stuff like that. Boop, boop, and boop. Really interesting watching someone else pilot your deck. Now, 2 Pancakes, I will admit, I did change out 2 combos. I don't know if you saw, I did change out 2 combos of yours. After looking at your deck, I told you this, that it did feel like a very action-based deck, so I wanted my combos to be able to pay for my other combos. Also, I know for a fact that they're playing mill, so that really helps make my decisions a lot easier. But yeah, it is really interesting. You're watching someone, you're like, oh, he's playing my deck. What's his thoughts? What goes inside of his mind when playing this stuff? It's really okay. It is kind of trippy, being able to watch someone else play your deck. Yeah, actually, if I draw this card. Yeah, that's Wrangle. That is one of the things when you draw both your cards. It's like as soon as you draw them, then it checks if your deck is empty. Then if a card has not left your hand, then that's how the empty deck check works. Even though you've used all your actions, it should still be, uh, like if your actions are not at 0. GG Mud Turtle, GG. Good game. No, yeah, 2 pancakes. The cards that I changed out of your deck, I added in Ritual of Awakening and Withering, and I took out Ghostly Grasp and Living Shadows. I milled your Shadow Weapon, or I had you. Did you have things like Necrophant, Necro Dreadling, and all that stuff? Did you have those? Yeah, 2 pan, because you were saying Sickly Touch is a really good card, especially for this one, but you were never able to lay it. So I want a high costing combo, so my combo can pay for almost all of my other combos. I saw that you have 9 shadow action cards, and a lot of them are buff removal, so the stuff you're holding on to. So being able to have like this and a shadow pup be able to pay for shadow form really helps you be able to lay that easier. This card pays for Devour Soul, Sickly Touch, Withering all on its own. So Ritual of Awakening is one of those, like, this one is going to pay for all your other combos, so you'll be able to lay them a lot easier. Sinchaku, welcome to the pack. Everyone, can we get a Thunderfin salute for Sinchaku? Welcome to the channel. And then Ritual Awakening, I mean, if you're ever somehow able to play this card, it can't be removed or returned. You can't die for 4 turns, essentially, when it's out. It's just a really good card. That's why it's getting rotated out, but... had 3 Necro Dreadlings and 2 Necrophants in hand, and had just drawn the Blacksmith previous turn. That was one card you couldn't mill. My fault for not blacksmithing my Shadow Weapon first. I mean, it was either that or your Poison one. But yeah, the Shadow one... for the mill, I feel like Shadow is better to grab than your Poison one, because your Shadow can at least get your Poison cards back, whereas your Poison can't get your Shadow stuff back. But yeah, that's what I changed out of your list. Otherwise, the list is still entirely the same. It's still entirely the same. I'm sure as I play it more, there might be like a few other minor tweaks and changes here and there, but otherwise this deck just, it mills very proactively. Yeah, I saw that. I was like, she's using her ability, and I wonder if like she's not using it, because like if I lay a Creeble Jester, I could just lay like or a Vile Breath Creeble, I could lay it and then use your ability to kill it. I'm like, there's no point in me doing any of that. I actively discarded all of my buff removal and my Jewed Hatchling, so I would never be able to attack you, so that your Crystal Maze was always a dead card as well. Like, the whole mindset went into different mode as soon as I realized, no, I'm going against mill, so I have to think about how to not get milled against a mill. Yeah, I got 9 mill cards in the deck and 5 ways to return them. Yeah, I mean, there's not a whole lot of ways to mill. In this one, there's Crystal Maze, Greedy Gemruff, and Vile Breath Creeble. I probably got the same 9 as you do. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4... Geode Hatchling 5 if you want to count it. I got 4 ways to return them. Yeah, we're running the same. I just felt like because A, you didn't have your Shadow Weapon, it made it really hard for you to be able to play a little more proactively, knowing that you could get them back. Whereas for the first 5 turns, I didn't have my Crystal Weapon, and I was sitting on all my Crystal Mill. So by the time I got it out, I was like, all right, now I can just start milling them. Just start going with my Crystal. One Sipid Spawner. What is that? What's a Sipid... that name sounds so familiar. Oh, here we go. Oh, you run Soul? You run Soul in that deck? Because I didn't see you. Oh, in a different version. Okay. Okay. My combos are my discard for greedy gem. No, I mean, that's how it should be. Yeah. Yeah, but Sip It Spawner could be fun if you splice that in there. That could be really fun. I lay Sip It Spawner in my insect fatigue mill, where I like almost use that to more proactively mill myself than the other person, so that I can get to empty deck and can run things like Sipid Queen and Duskbloom Burrower, just to see if it works. I made a meme deck like that. It doesn't, but it was fun trying. But no, 2 pancakes. I really like this deck. This gives me hope that mill is still viable, where it's not overpowered, but it's still like, it's still a really good way to win. And you don't have to sit there and rely on healing and other things. I like it a lot, man. I like this deck a lot. Well, now that we played Mill against Mill, let's go actually into Classic and see if we can go against someone who is not playing Mill and see how we do against that. I feel like mine isn't too much stall either. I have no damage reduction cards. You don't necessarily have damage reduction, but you do run a lot of healing, which makes it, I guess, makes it feel a lot more like stall if you're healing through the damage. Whereas, I'm not saying yours is bad. You're not saying yours is bad at all. It's viable. It's how it works. It's just the comparisons that the 2 decks have is this deck is very heavy on mill, and then heavy on graveyard recursion to get your discard back to make your deck bigger than your opponent while you're milling them, where yours does have the bonus effect of being more controlly with the buff removal from Ancient, with the healing from the water cards. So that's kind of where they differ, which is really because they both have all the same mill cards, all the same recursion cards. It's just my shadow cards and my death cards almost disrupt your hand, where while I'm disrupting your hand, you're keeping your life above 20 at all times. More Mega Desk. That's fine to put down here. Yeah, he uses damage reduction to stay alive. I use heal. Exactly. Yep. Ooh, yes! Plaguebringer. I am a fan of this card early game. Oh my word. Yeah, he's looking at that like, I've never seen this card. What does this card do? What? What do you mean I only get to draw 1 card? What is that? I'm a mountain deck. I need to draw. Ooh, Life Leech is good. Still don't have any poison for the Sickly Touch. I think actually a Wall of Bones and draw. If he Crystal Leeches this is awesome. Then Sickly Touch has a better chance of sticking on the board. You've been playing this guy a lot lately? Wow, all 3 Wall of Bones against an aggro deck. That is pretty dirty. What was on the bottom of my discard pile again? It was a Life Leecher, right? I think it was a Life Leecher. Flamecare Warrior, okay. Sure. Sure, man. You do you. You be all that you can be. Now I gotta ask, is there a Mega Desk? Since he's the more Mega Desk? Okay. Okay, now I can lay Sickly Touch. Enchanted Soul. You heal. You be you, man. You heal all day, every day. The thing is, I don't think I want to lay... Like, Sickly Touch feels like a more late game card, in my opinion. Maybe I'll lay this and pass. Can't even lay that yet. Cannot even lay this yet. And of course, his ability only works when he's below 20, and when I attack him. So his ability is nothing to me. I got nothing for him. He's just no. He's not even gonna be a problem. Not a problem for this sucker. Do I have a Fraxinus Pinehusk deck? That hero name does not even ring a bell, so I'm going to say no, and I'm going to go look him up. What order is he in? He sounds like a nature. I mean, he attacked me. Maybe I just... Oh, do I Wall of Bones? Maybe I do and just hope he doesn't have Crystal Leech. Maybe not. Maybe I just take some... No, I'll do this. Move a card back. Nature. Okay, let me take a look at him. Fraxinus Pinehusk. No, I don't. He's the nature guy that can carry one additional item thing. Okay. No, I don't have one of him. I'm intrigued of making one, though, because I have made one, a deck for everyone who can run 3 items. I have made a Grand Fishing, the nature one, and I've made a Umbron Peddler one. Oh, he's going to rotate it back, isn't he? Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. There's no reason not to. He's really... Do you not know what that does? Me don't think you know what that does. Me don't think you know what that does at all. Ruh-roh. Grand Fishing is a mountain. Yes, it is. It's with the hero, Gran. And my good friend Boba Fett came out of the fences swinging with that name. I said nature. No. My Gran the Fishing is a mountain. Did I say nature? Fraxinus Pinehusk is the nature one. Gran is the mountain, and Blazebird is the astral. I think Lexi is the tech one, but Lexi's getting retired, so I can't make a Lexi deck. And I think those are the only 3 that can run 3 items right now. You saw my Umbron Peddler, that was good stuff. I am a big fan of that deck. It is so much fun. I haven't laid any combos, so the bottom card is still the same. I think I just draw. Yeah. Well, now I have a good card for Greedy Gemruff. Yeah, Rocket, sorry, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to say nature. If I did, I apologize. From the bottom of my heart, all the way to the top. Okay. So I want to do this. Mill him just a little bit. Just a little bit. More Mega Deaths is like, am I really playing a mill? In casual? Are you serious right now? Rock Melter, okay. And yeah, Frenzy Creeble. So I'm 2 cards ahead. I think I'm good if I do this. If I heal and move 1 card back. If he just drew last turn for 2, it must mean he's waiting for something. God, Life Leecher is so good. It's so good, right? Like, I am in awe of 2 Pancakes' middle deck. This feels good to play as opposed to any stall deck that just feels like, not even doing anything. The damage doesn't matter because I'm going to heal for 14 in a turn. Ooh. Yes, please. All of the yes. Mind you, there's probably better ones to just remove, but I feel like that was a good one. Kind of stings. Kind of stings. Ooh, yeah. So I could be dead. I could just be dead. If all he's gonna do is attack me, I could just be dead. I feel like, oh boy, that's not good. That ain't good at all. Okay. Okay, yeah. Very aggressive. Very aggressive. So I feel like in that matchup, like I don't have the healing, which is fine. It's not what this deck is meant to do. It took me a little while to draw that scepter, but I didn't have any crystal cards, right? So it didn't matter that much. I didn't draw any crystal mazes, which didn't help me at all. Those crystal mazes would have been life-saving. What can we do in here? I feel like, actually, what we can do because we also need more poison cards, right? Maybe we take Jester out. Like, we're not doing any damage. Cauldron Wraith would not help. It's nice, but it would not help. I'm thinking maybe a Blight Wraith would, though. With the way our deck runs, the cards they're going to hold on to are defend cards. But that means, like, I'm thinking maybe we just Corrupted Spirit. We just get some more card draw in here. I'm thinking we just get card draw. Sadly, maybe even knock Geode Hatchling out. How many buffs are in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. It's very conditional. I might say no. And I might try and get another poison Corrupted Spirit. Just card draw. Like, I want to be able to... Like, every poison card I lay now is going to be a card I lay. But at the same time, I want to still be able to lay, like, Sickly Touch without having to rely on combos. But I do just... I feel like I need card draw in here. And... it's either that or I put in Barkeeps. Barkeeps is healing. I will have large hands, so my chances of getting card draw off of that is pretty slim. It's difficult, you know? Playing a mill deck without a lot of heal, it's mind-boggling and it's awesome to think about. Because, yeah, I need card draw. The poison does help. Do I ever put in the tome for healing and card draw? Venom Project 90, thank you very much for the follow, my good man. Can we get a Thunderfin salute to Venom Project 90, sorry. Can we get a Thunderfin salute for him in here? Thank you for the follow, my good sir. Yeah, do we just toss in the tome? We do have 2 blacksmiths now. And a lot of the times we're using our action to draw anyway, so would the drawing and healing be better? It very well could be. Because, guys, who doesn't love this little fat boy tome? Which we can get back with Necro Dreadling if it gets discarded. Running the tome is, anytime we can, it always feels good, right? It feels really good. Now, with that being said, do we ever just tech in one Gurgling Ooze? So in a buff-heavy deck, we slam that down and our opponent can't do anything? They can attack us and remove it? Could add a Venom Feeder. I could! I could. It is just 3 healing as well. So it returns the Vile Breath Creevil, but it's the only card that it returns. In all honesty, Mud Turtle, I'm going to say no. Just because, A, it only has 3 possible targets in its entire deck. So it's very limited. B, if we're using it just for 3 heals, that's what our Duskblade Tome is going to be for now, is for our, like almost all of our healing. And the Crystal Maze is our healing. I do want to keep that Gurgling Ooze. I wanted to add more poison in here. And this Gurgling Ooze is a very situational poison, where if they're not running buff heavy decks or anything like that, the Ooze can help pay for things like Sickly Touch or other things like that. So I think the Gurgling Ooze is a better tech. Also, it doesn't have burn, so I can get it back. I want to say that's probably a better play. I hope that makes sense. I do like the addition of a Crystal Leech, but that does also feel like way too buff heavy. Depends on how many buffs people we go against. So maybe actually like the Crystal Leech is too much. But then again, it all depends on how many buff heavy decks we go against. And as I've said before, with the way the meta is feeling right now, people are running a lot of action cards. Like we just saw that guy's deck run almost all action cards and maybe 1 or 2 buffs with the Dragon Scorcher. The deck I was running had no buffs in it, so like these buff removals, they feel good, but I feel like Crystal Leech is overkill on it. Your Shadow Puppets are just as fine at doing it, especially if your Crystal's not even being saved for a combo. So I feel like we can take that out. Mud Turtle, the reason Plaguebringer is in here, not just for the 25 charge, is for those turns when your opponent, like, because I said a lot of their damage comes from action cards, so it's not because you want them to deck out by using their actions to draw, it's because they're going to use their actions to more or less play 2 cards in a turn. And if you could lay Plaguebringer and make it so they can only lay 1 card a turn, their tempo damage is going to slow down by 2 turns dramatically. And in that time, you can draw 2 cards while they're either laying a card or drawing a card. So for 2 turns, you slow them down by half. And that has a really good chance of A, helping you not die if they're big aggressive and they're trying to do stuff, or B, helping you draw into something that can possibly, like a Greedy Gemruff, making them discard a card if they drew a card. So yes, it's slowing them down, but keeping their deck full. But at the same time, I would rather have their deck full than their hand full, because I have cards that mill their deck, as opposed to cards that discard their hand. So slowing down their draw keeps their deck full, which is where a lot of my target is their deck. And if they can draw their deck and not have anything, Crystal Maze, the Poison Creeble, legitimately don't do anything for me because there's no cards in their deck. So slowing down their draw is actually really good in a deck like this. I hope that was a good explanation. As a matter of fact, like the only card I'm sitting here thinking like, is Withering actually a good combo for this deck? Because it's probably not. Like, Withering feels pretty bad, and I want to take Withering out. T. I'm assuming you meant yeah, but I like T. T's good. I want to take Withering out, in all honesty, and I want to add in Death Shroud. Yes, I don't have a lot of poison for Sickly Touch, and I feel like adding in the 1 Gurgling Ooze is going to help pay for Sickly Touch. But Death Shroud is just damage reduction. It's another one of those like wall bones types of things. The only thing it doesn't help pay for is Sickly Touch. And Sickly Touch, I feel, in my heart of hearts and my heart of cards, is a card that is more of a mid to late game card regardless, not an early game card. Because if you lay it early, the chances of them having a Crystal Leech or a Shadow Puppet or any buff removal is very high. You want them to almost bait their buff removal on cards like Wall Bones, Vile Breath, Creevil, even a Gurgling Ooze, any of this stuff, so that when your Sickly Touch does land, they will have to recycle their cards late game. Kind of how Two Pancakes did that to me, where he recycled one of my cards with a Life Leecher, and then Greedy Gemruff both of them, and I'm like, oh my god, that's so sick. So Sickly Touch, I'm valuing as more of a mid to late game combo than an early one. Because if anything, they're just going to wait till they draw buff removal. And there's nothing I can really do about it. So I think having a Death Shroud is also another bait removal. Damage reduction as well. It's a better buff to have in here. Or better combo. Like it's either that or Drain Life. I don't think Drain Life got rotated, right? I don't think it did. Could be wrong. Could always be wrong. Never said I was 100% right. Just said I could be wrong. It did not. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. So, yeah, I think that's a good switch. I mean, if anything, there's got to be other cards I'd want to add into this deck to pay for combos and whatnot. But if I just keep like Ritual of Awakening for Sickly Touch, or even Sickly Touch for Ritual of Awakening late game, it'll be a lot better for me. I have a feeling that's going to be a lot better payment-wise. But it all comes with deck testing. It all comes with deck testing. But yeah, Duskblade Tome, being able to use that to just heal one late game, to draw a card, same thing. I think it's going to be clutch. I think it's going to be really clutch. So we'll try this. We'll try this at it. Too few action cards. No way! We get to add one more? Do we add another Gurgling Ooze? Do we add a second Gurgling Ooze? What do we add here, guys? I think we do. I think we just need more poison. I think we add a second Gurgling Ooze. Like I said, if they're buff heavy decks, it's buff removal bait. If not, it's a card that can help pay for combos really easily. Because my death cards are Wall of Bones and Life Leechers. And Life Leecher, I feel like, is a very situational card, too. You don't want to lay it when they have a big hand, because it's going to do nothing. You want to lay it either late game, or when they have a small hand to make it so they literally have nothing to do. What about another Crystal Leech? Or a Leech, I should say. That one I took out. As I said before, I feel like a lot of decks right now are going towards the more attack and defend route. So adding a Crystal Leech having 4 buff removal in here is way killing it, especially with cards like Devour Soul that also removes a buff. That having that card sit in my hand, literally not even be able to pay for a combo or anything like that, it feels bad. Yes, it's a card I can discard to like Greedy Gemruff or to Necrophant if I don't need it, but I'd rather have a card that I can possibly get value out of than just all this buff removal when I'm most likely going to be going against people who don't run that many buffs. And a lot of the times I should be milling their buffs too. So I don't need to remove them, I need to mill them. So I need to remember the main focus of this deck is to mill, not to control my opponent. Sinchaku says, quick question, is it worth it to buy the Kindred or Mythical booster packs, or possibly choosing order-specific boosters? Are you talking about the game, or physical cards? Because the game only has order-specific boosters. Physical cards, I highly recommend buying the Kindred booster decks. Booster packs. Sorry. I would say it's... Yeah, White Turtle answered it a lot better than I could. It all depends on if you're looking to finish off a specific order or if you're just trying to round out your collection a little more. Sinchaku. It's like if you're heavy on Mountain, you're trying really hard to build a Mountain deck, you really need a whole lot of Mountain cards, I would say buy more mountain-specific booster packs. If you just want to get a whole lot more cards to build decks and have fun, I would say buy the Kindred. Kindred has a lot of good cards out right now that are only going to get better with Uprising, I have a feeling. Yeah. So I guess what are you looking for? Are you looking for a more well-rounded collection, or are you just looking to really hit home on a Dread deck or a Mountain deck or something like that? While we're discussing, I'm going to jump into another game with this. I'm going to jump into another game. More of a well-rounded, but I was looking at order. I would say Astral and or Storm. Astral's a really strong order. It's just ridiculously strong. Kindred has a lot of the good Astral cards right now. It has a lot of the Chimchu family. Has a lot of the cards that make Astral just really good. It has the Twilight Oracles for draw. So I mean, you're good either way on buying Kindred, or if you just want to really focus on an alignment, just stick to the packs because they'll help you a lot. Just be wary that I believe Chemicalaxy? I believe the order specific ones have cards that might be getting rotated out, so you also have to take that into consideration too. And I think now's a perfect time to... Ooh! Okay. Oh, are you going to dump your hand? Okay. So, this might be a turn to Wall of Bones, Vile Breath, Creeble. She looks very offensive. I could get ruined by, like, a Dusk Feeder to heal for 3 and a Pathfinder. Them's the breaks if it happens. But I feel like, yeah, awesome. Still has one more turn to get that Pathfinder out before Creeble goes off, but I'm liking my chances. Liking my chances a lot more now. I'll draw one. Ooh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. A Dawnstalker, okay, cool. So how's everyone feeling about their tournament spots? Are they feeling like they're gonna, do pretty well in the tournament? Oh, there's the one Pathfinder to get the Creeble. Sure. Yeah. No, saw that coming. I have another Creeble in hand, so it's fine. Everyone who's in the tournament, do you feel pretty good? Do you feel like you're gonna do really well in the tournament? You feeling a little nervous? Like, oh, some of these matchups are pretty intense. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it. Mind you, you probably only saw the one of mine. I don't know if anyone else casted theirs. Don't know. Never faced Chicken Bricked? That is an amazing name. I have never faced them either. I think I'll draw from the top. I don't need that one right now. Oh, good call. Good call on that. I want to say draw again. Chimchu melted. Man, he's hitting home. So he's got Solar on top, no Lunar, so Dawnstalker's only going to hit for 6, but it's still quite a bit of damage. Right? There's the Lunar. Okay. Now, yep. Okay. We're doing that. We're doing that. Can't let that just sit there. And I think actually Life Leech is good. Reduce his hand in case he was going to try and do something ridiculous like a... what's the word? Solar Flare, something like that. Cowboy Hat Valor, welcome back. Were you at work today? Were you just tuning into my stream while at work to watch the match? If you were, thank you. I appreciate that. I know you're a very busy individual. Got rid of a Gravity Snail, not bad. I think doing this and just drawing is fine. Got really nothing else I can do. Oh, that's such a good pickup. No, I'm at home today, though I sometimes watch at work too. I know you do, Cowboy. I know you do. You've told me before, like, I have the volume down, so someone type what he's saying. I very much appreciate it, too. I think the bottom card is still something I don't really want. Yeah, I mean, Eventually it's going to be, so maybe I do draw this card now. To get like Crystal Maze and Greedy Gemruff back, I think it's going to be helpful with that. Wish I could. I know, man. I know. I got 2 Creebles in the discard pile already. Wow. Spectral Guide. Okay. Why aren't you attacking me? There we go. Look at that. I called it and I wanted him to do it, and he did it. He did exactly what I needed. Yes. All of the yes. So his deck seems very attack-oriented, so maybe I save the Necro Dreadlings for things like Crystal Maze. And I just pass? Let's see what's on the bottom. Should have done this first. Life Leecher. Ooh, that. I think I'll save. I think I'll save that. Oh, getting my Tome is so good here. Getting my Tome. Guys, it's the Tome. The Tome of the world. Helps me heal, helps me draw, helps me stay alive. It's everything I could want, ever. Now, mind you, I did take out the Jester. Did this deck have a Tome before, or did... No, I added it. I added it because I love me a good book. That's totally a sub icon. It's gotta be my sub badge. You're right. You're absolutely right. That Tome has got to be my sub icon. It's destined now. It's destined for all eternity. That book has served me well. Really? Look at this. It's even getting rid of this card. It's like the tech of it. Must be a really good book if it heals you. Oh, it's like reading the Lord of the Rings novels for the first time. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. Man, like this would be a great time to draw Withering. Maybe I do. Oh, I took Withering out. What am I saying? Oh, but Shadow Form is such a nice pickup. It's gonna be 5 healing. He's probably gonna start going off real soon here. Wow, that's gonna be 6 damage. Actually, if anything, it allows me to lay Ritual of Awakening next turn, which is gonna be great. Especially if he's gonna start dumping his whole hand. Maybe I just Ritual of Awakening. Yeah, he can't remove it, can't do anything against me. Put that up. Yeah, that's great. Hey, do you know if the singles cards on the delivery shop website unclaimed? Like the pictures? I believe the pictures are kind of cropped so you can't claim them, as far as I'm aware. I get an additional action too. Wow, I am so good. Well, I don't need this at all. That's a Greedy Gemruff card if I've ever seen it. Oh, the ones he sends you? Sorry, there's a whole debate. I went left field with that answer. Cool. This could be really bad if he just, like, you know, doesn't trigger that for 2 turns. He probably doesn't know what this does. So he might just try and... Yeah. He may just try and get me low. Might be his plan. I'll just heal for 1 to draw. Then I'll Gemruff you. Like the greediest of Gemruffs that I can be. Get rid of a Burrower and a Paralysis Bug. Awesome. The Paralysis Bug. Do I even Wall of Bones here? I don't think I do. I almost want like all the damage to come through. Now I can even Shadow Form as well. Everything's looking up, Razor. Everything's coming up, Razor. I almost want him to lay another buff too so I can Shadow Puppet it before he draws all of his cards. Because mind you, I got rid of the Jester, so I don't want his hand size to be big. I want his deck to stay fine. Okay. Wow. If he just brings me down to 1. Yeah, I think a Shadow Puppet. And then I'll heal and draw. Not bad. No, not yet. Life Leecher. It's a good one. It's a good one. Hit me. Hit me. Why don't you want to hit me anymore? You afraid? I don't think that's gonna matter. I don't. Actually, I need to do this. Because if he attacks me, then, like, if he Pathfinders this, I can Crystal Maze next turn as well. Mind you, I really want to Shadow Form. You'd like to see the ritual go off? Yeah. I hope he just attacks me and doesn't know what ritual does. It looks like he's reading it, trying to figure it out. There's a lot of text in that thing. There's a lot of text. But it doesn't look like he's going to fall for it. It does not look like it. It looks like he's actually setting up for a Pathfinder next turn. It looks like he's setting up for a Pathfinder next turn. Which, I mean, if that's the case, dems the brakes. Oh. Oh. I gotta think this through. It's not a bad one. Not a bad one at all. I think I can do this now. Oh, no, because I'm gonna want Wall of Bones later. Oh, this is... Okay. I mean, I could just be dead. Yep, that was it. Yeah, it didn't matter. If I healed for 5, I just... He didn't attack me to activate the Crystal Maze. I could have got 4 healing out of that, but he was doing 8. There wasn't a whole lot of win out of that situation. So... Man, yeah, I mean, it's a mill deck for sure. It does require you to, you know, get lucky, but once again, it doesn't fare well against people who put out a lot of damage. It had ways of stalling with Ritual of Awakening. Devour Soul, I didn't draw or lay at any time to heal. But yeah, there's not enough healing, which is fine, because this deck wants to mill you. So this deck is good against, you know, OTK, combo decks, all that stuff out there. But it's not meant to beat just basic aggro. Doesn't fare well with non-classic decks, I feel. Well, sort of the thing is, I don't think he was playing a non-classic deck. I think he was playing a classic. There wasn't a whole lot of cards in there that didn't seem classic to me. It was just he had a lot of damage that I couldn't heal through. I wasn't able to mill in fast enough, and my healing was not as advantageous as how water is. So anything that is just more aggressive style, I don't think this deck wins against at all. Um, this mill deck is mainly supposed to go up against, um, like I said, long matches, control matches, combos, the stuff that'll rise, like Fatal Zeph, how he won his tournament with a combo. I feel like this deck would do amazing against that deck. Because if that deck relies on you dealing damage to him so his health can be low, this deck doesn't deal damage. So I have a feeling that this deck always beats the one that Fatal Zeph played. This deck beat my deck because my deck is a one-trick pony, and he just survived and mitigated to the point where I couldn't deal enough damage at the end. But decks that are basic aggression, basic tempo based, I don't think this deck has a very good chance of winning them. There is a chance, of course, but it like you have to draw your Crystal Mazes early. They're your healing and mill at the same time. It's just the healing is not there, which is a-okay. It's how mill should be. Mill should not have healing and control because that's stall. This is a proper mill deck, and I love it. And it's balanced. It's balanced. It shouldn't do well against aggro, and there's chances where it can do good against aggro. If they don't draw well, you draw superb. You actually get your Crystal Mazes off every time. Like, I don't think out of those 3 games I didn't get Crystal Maze to work any single time. Because A, I didn't draw him, and B, by the time I did, he was dealing like damage buffs and not attacking me. So we'll play it one more time. We got about a half hour left. But no, this deck still feels really good. It still feels really good. It's just, like I said, the matchups against basic damage are where this suffers. Like heavy aggro. And that's really all the people are playing right now is just heavy aggro, just efficient damage cards. Okay. Ooh, yeah, that's a good one. Against anything mountain, that's really good. We'll lay that down, see what he's got. Ancient Miner. Do we ever Shadow Puppet that to slow down his card draw? Because his card draw is going to make his tempo increase tenfold. Or do we wait for, like, Draga Scorchers and Colossi Ritual Sites? Oh, man, I want to say I got to kill that. I want to say it. I can't let that sit there. And then I don't have to lay Wall Bones yet, because if I do, he'll get a better Crystal Leech. Yeah, I hate giving someone 3 cards. If I don't have to, I won't. Crystal Haze, yes. I don't have Crystal, though. Darn it! Why did I do that? Why did I just essentially draw a dead card? Well, you're not playing Classic, Sir Mike. Look at you. Running more than one Ancient Miner. Oh, that's a good mill, though. Wow, I thought we were on equal playing fields, but no. I guess we were not. Mike the cheater. I'm just kidding. Mike's fine. Yep, see, look at that. There's a card that I would love. Oh, my God. Yep. Probably got 3 of those in his deck, too, don't you? Don't you, Mike? You cheeky. Actually, I got a really good play here. Move some stuff back. Move one of your attack cards or a Crystal Leech. What are you going to move? This is damage reduction, or do you got damage and you just want to plow through? It's all up to you, man. All up to you. Right now, I just wish I had a Crystal so I can Crystal Maze next turn. Even if it is just for 4 healing. 2 card draw. Man. There are reasons some cards are being retired. And this is it. Wow. I mean, he's just going through the damage, isn't he? Yep. Let's sit here. Let's sit here and just appreciate the fact This is what you get when you play cards that are not retired. Just appreciate the fact that they're retiring cards. Nope, draw from the top. At least I can Crystal Maze. Not really. That's a good one. That's a great one. Forgot no item. Exactly. Yep. You're used to You're too used to playing the Ancient, where you can crystal anytime you want. You're too used to that. I did get rid of that Inferno. I did. Yep. Draw one card, buddy. Draw one card. Why do I do that? I know what the bottom card is. I know. Why do I do that? Yeah. Oh, such a solid grab. I'll draw another one. Cha-ching! Hello, micro heals and card draw. Your name is Razor. I could also just be dead next turn as well. But I'm going to lay this, and I'm going to lay the Wall of Bones. I have this in case he tries to do something stupid shenanigans like it did before. Drawing two, okay. I'll heal for one and draw. Fuck to Par says, will the app reflect the changes? What changes are you talking about? Par, what changes are you referring to? Mountain Fort? That's fine. I will most likely never deal damage to you, so you're good. You're good as gold. We're right as rain, my friend. Now I can't really lay this. I need a shadow card. One more. Ooh. Actually. Oh, what a sick draw. What a sick top deck. The cards that are getting banned and retired. Next month they say that they are doing the card restrictions. Yeah. So at the end of February is when they said it was going to happen. Oh, look at this. Are any order heroes worth the crafting? I would say, yeah, quite a bit of them. A lot of the cross order heroes are a lot of fun. Halvar is insane. I have a lot of fun with Blacktail, Captain Blacktail. General Carnage can be okay at times. A lot of people have fun with him. Who else is there that's... Recarving. Yeah, sure. Get your Ancient Miners and stuff back. Remember when I milled that Inferno? Remember when that was fun? Remember when everyone was like, hey, remember when you milled Inferno? And I was like, yeah, it was awesome, wasn't it? And that happened, and I'm like, ah, horrible. Did you read Gemruff? Okay. Really, really, really wish I had my crystal weapon. Maybe I just add in 3 of the Tantosian blacksmiths. Because I need my weapons. I need them so bad that if I don't get them, this deck doesn't work. Like, that's how bad this gets. Maybe I'd add 3 Tantosians in here. Magma Spitter, sure. Yeah, I don't have enough shadow, so I can't even lay that. I have 2 in the deck. And like, this is how bad it gets if I don't draw a single one. I need to have 3. I need to have 3. Should throw in a Creeble Jester. I actually took the Creeble Jester out. Because I found that my opponent wasn't really holding a lot of cards. They were just killing me. But now with like the inclusion of these buffs, it might be something that I just add back in. Yeah, look at all this. I can't heal. I can't mill. I need that weapon. I need that weapon. And now I'm going to put it 1, and he's not going to do a darn thing about it. This book is actually hindering me. The book is hindering me right now. Nope. It's the book I can't stop reading even when I know it's time to sleep. It is, man. Life Leecher. Okay. Yeah, I mean, he has it all set up so that I'm going to die the turn after this rotates. It's a good stall tactic, but, I mean, it's the card I should be running when I have Creeble Gesture, right? Like, because now he's just going to kill me. There's no way around it. And I can't heal or do anything appropriately. I can go up to 6. I had mill and heal, I just did not have the weapon. And I couldn't draw it. So I need to add a 3rd blacksmith in here. Could you have 2 crystal items equipped at once? As long as they're not the same name, yeah. I mean, he's got me. There's no way he doesn't. Rock Rager. Yeah. I need a 3rd blacksmith. This deck, it can't take it. Like, that was painful to watch. What if I added a crystal core instead of another blacksmith? I feel like if I add in the crystal core, I'm gonna want 2 of them. But I still want the blacksmiths. You see, the thing is, I wasn't coming into a whole lot of weapon removal. Outside of Mountain, I'm not too afraid of it, especially with, like, Necro Dreadling. Which is then, again, if I have 3 Tantosians, and I can, like, Necro Dreadling, put a Crystal Core back into my deck, Tantosian that Crystal Core back out, I don't need the Crystal Supremacy. I just need to, like... Necro Dreadling needs to be a little more teched better. I think 2 Life Leechers might be too much. Mind you, we don't have a whole lot of death cards, but we do have like Ritual Awakening, Sickly Touch. All these other ones have the death, but the death cards that we have are like Wall of Bones and the Life Leecher. So I think this is fine. Running 2 crystal cores. I get what you're saying, Mud Turtle, I do, because it does play around the Oppressor. If they deal damage, it could screw me. No, you're exactly right. But the fact is, because I run Duskblade Tome as my card draw, I would essentially remove the Tome and add in the Crystal Scepter, which maybe could be better. For all I know, it may be better. um, to run both of them. The Duskblade Tome, I honestly feel like did screw me in this, just because of the both times I had Ritual of Awakening, I was healing for 1, which put me like just above the death range, and they were able to get me down to like 1 or 2. So yeah, maybe I actually do this. And the Tome is sadly out. I toss the Tome away, and I run it like this. Maybe that's really what I do. Yeah, maybe that Tome honestly felt like it was hurting more than helping. My hero ability always lets me draw a card regardless, so that one was just micro healing me for 1. And in this deck, especially like I said with the Ritual of Awakening, the healing for 1 just didn't feel as beneficial as some other of my decks that I put it in, where I needed the card draw as well. This might actually be better. This might actually just be better. Let me look at the combos again, see if there's anything else. Yeah. I mean, I was using it to make sure I didn't die, like, with the healing. But then it came to the fact where, like, because I had Ritual Awakening out and they were bringing me down to, like, 6, and then I'd heal for 1, and then they'd deal 6 damage to me and bring me down to 1, and just not pop the Awakening, I'd be like, wow, I just kind of boned myself there, didn't I? I allowed them to put me lower on health. Drain Life is getting rotated, right? Drain Life is? It's not. Drain Life might be an okay one to add in here. Damage and healing. It's just healing, really. It's also more buff bait. It is to death, so it helps pay for like Sickly Touch for Ritual of Awakening. Do I take out Death Shroud and add in Drain Life? Death Shroud didn't seem that effective. Thoughts? Take out Death Shroud for Drain Life. Drain Life is healing, and I feel like healing could be better. I don't really care for the damage, I just want the healing. Is really all I care about. Let me try it. Let me try it. It'll help with other payment for combos as well. A little better than the other one. And if it goes off, it's 8 healing, which is nice, instead of just damage reduction that they can remove and say goodbye to. Alright, I got one more game into me before I go tonight. One more, let's do this. Maybe take out Gurgling Ooze for more healing. That is always the option. That actually, I think didn't I take the Gurgling Ooze out? I thought I took it out to add in the Crystal Core. Didn't I take it out? No, I didn't. I left it in. Okay, so if I took Gurgling Ooze out, what card in my alignments would I put in for healing? Because Dread does not have a whole lot of healing. Like, almost at all. Like, what Dread has... Where's the card I'm thinking of? that like no one ever used because it was such a weird one. Shrine of Death. You can heal yourself for the current rotation value of a card, but like all the cards in here that are rotating are like 2 and 2, and maybe, yeah, only 2. I mean, I guess I could heal for 7 with Ritual of Awakening. Devourer. Devourer works by eating buffs, and I have, if I took that out, I'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And the buffs I really want to stay on the board. And I can only add 1 of it. Mind you, it is totally taking that up. Soul Thief or another Life Leecher. Life Leecher does only heal me for 2. And actually, with all the cards that I have in here, maybe another Life Leecher is fine. It didn't feel good, but being that tech card to move a card back. Or no, I was going to add in the Jester. I was going to add in the Jester first before I do anything. Because now that I run that one combo, people are holding onto their cards a lot more. So I was going to add back in Jester, and why am I... That's why. Because both those games, people were holding onto their cards and having like 10 or 11. But you're right, I do need to add more healing in. I just don't think 2 healing is going to be enough. Like, I need something around the 4 range at least to be able to stay alive against all this damage. And there's just, like, outside of Bone Reaper, I could add in the Caravan Scavengers. Geode Hut? Geode Hut stats combo damage. I was feeling like I was dying a lot to action card damage. Soul Thief does add 4. Soul Thief is what I'm leaning towards. It's just 4 healing. Keep me in it a little bit. I feel like I want to add 2 in, though. So if I added 2 in, what cards would I take out? I like the addition of Soul Thief. I'm... Wait a second. Oh, that's definitely a rotated card. If that one's not rotated... It is, okay. I was going to say, Noxian Hexmaster. Oh my god, that's so good. But it's getting rotated. Of course it is. Caravan Scavenger, it is. Potentially, it could very well be a good card. Because it stores the defend cards. But I'm trying to think. Necro Dreadling has burn, can't be stored. Necrophant has burn, can't be restored. Life Leecher can. Gemruff and Crystal Maze can. It is also buff bait removal. Maybe a Scavenger is actually not bad. Maybe it's not bad. But once again, what cards would I be taking out to add these cards in? Because I feel like the Caravan Scavenger, running that is okay. But I do feel like I have a lot of stuff that gets me cards back already. And it's a turn late heal when I need to really be proactive with my healing. So I'm leaning more towards the Soul Thief. I think I only need 1 Crystal Core. It's okay. That's fair. 1 more card. I want to have 2 of these. I feel like 2 of them is really good for healing purposes. Also, this requires me to have Shadow Blast in play, and I don't have any Shadow Buffs, so that'd be kind of a dead waste. So yeah, Soul Thief. I like Soul Thief. I need 1 more card to take out for it. Crystal Core was a good call. I probably didn't need to. Especially if I'm running the 3 Tantosians. I don't need 2 of them. If anything, I'd take out the Jester. With me running a Crystal Core, I want to have as many Blacksmiths as possible. Also, we ran into that problem where I literally died because I didn't lay Crystal. And yes, I know I have 2 crystal weapons now, but the chances of me still not drawing a crystal are very unlikely because I don't draw a whole lot in this deck. And mind you, my abilities draw, but with Crystal Core alone, it's always good to have just Tantosians up the butt. You made a Beast Water deck. Nice. Nice. Teriyaki Fish Gang. I do love Beast Storm. I think that's a great family to play with. So I think these are fine changes. I think these are fine changes. I like the addition of Soul Thief for more healing. I think that was good. Yeah. I like these additions. I like these additions. I feel like there's got to be a decent deck with Shrine of Death, right? Like, there's got to be. I just can't think of it. I cannot think of it. Like, maybe Shrine of Death is good in a Zelina Bloodroot, where you have a lot of high buff animal cards, high buff animal numbers, and Shrine of Death is just a really good spike heal, because Death doesn't have a whole lot of heals. I feel like that could be a fun deck to mess around with. Maybe on Wednesday I'll do that. I'll try and build a deck with Shrine of Death, and it'll turn out to be a Zelina deck. It could be interesting. But, so this is my reworked 2 Pancakes deck. Shrine of Death with Bone Reaper or Soul Trader. Soul Trader is getting rotated out, Rockets are, so I don't want to assume that would work. And if you use it with Bone Reaper, it is only 4. And I feel like there's a lot of other buffs out there that have 5 or 6 on them. Yeah, let me just... Like, if you use it maybe with Asavak. Maybe you run it in an Asavak deck, and you get to run with Flaremain Prowler or the Mage Ship. Heal for 7. Because Asavak also does not have a whole lot of healing. So maybe actually that... Maybe Asavak is meant to be a, like, buff-centered... Because it is the same as... It is the exact same as Sun Hunter. So you can still use Gravity... Whatever the one is to bring your buffs back in. And you run, like, Mage Ship, and then you heal for 7 with Mage Ship. You can also heal for 4 with Sunplane. You can slam down a Telestia, 4 damage reduction, heal for 4. Yeah, maybe that's actually pretty good. You can... Well, Dawnstalker wouldn't work that well. Astronomer, draw 4, heal 4. Like, Shrine of Death, maybe Shrine of Death is just really good in an Asavak. Maybe it helps you a lot. That could be fun to do. Try and build an Asavak deck and have Shrine of Death be your healing. Because then, of course, you have cards like for Astral that spin your buffs around really quickly. Like, wow, what's the card I'm thinking of? Ice Feather Mystic. That's the card I'm thinking of. That spins your buffs forward so you can get to them really quick and then heal for a whole bunch. Venom Project 90 says would like to see that deck. Maybe that's what I'll do. Maybe Wednesday I will try and build decks based around Shrine of Death. And like work with Zelina Bloodroot and work with Asavak and see what I can come up with. As more of like a late game control-y style deck. Because I mean it'll run cards like Soul Thief in there for, you know, healing and damage wise. But then it'll run buffs like Mage Ship to hit for 7, heal for 7. Because then also, think about it. If I run a deck like that, where are you, you beautiful monster? Battle Priestess. If I can time Battle Priestess with a Mage Ship, Shrine of Death off a Mage Ship heals me for 7, hits them for 7, because I healed. That could be fun. Like, Asavak could just turn into a, like, really big hitting, slow going deck, where Shrine of Death is just another 4 healing. Because I felt like when I built my Asavak deck, healing is what it really lacked. And with Shrine of Death, you have a lot of a lot of buffs in here that have, like here's a 4 on it. It just really decent numbers. Most of them come from solar. Here's 7. Here's 4. Here's 5. Here's 3 and 4. Like those are just really decent cards. And then of course it can also run the buffs or the combo phase shift. So you could like lay phase shift out there, heal for 4, deal 4 to your opponent because you healed. It can run. Well, I guess that's all I can run for buffs. Wow. Oh no, it's just for gravity buffs. With solar and gravity, yeah, maybe that is all the only one you can run is phase shift. Wow, that's kind of sad. But then, of course, I mean, you get to run Reality Rift, which is one of the best ones out there. So, yeah, we will try that. And Blood Moon, of course. Blood Moon is amazing. That's just a really good spike damage, especially if you're playing the big, heavy-hitting stuff like Asavak. So I think that'll be the deck that we try Sunday. Or not Sunday, Wednesday. We come into this, we try Asavak, we try Zelina. Mostly, we're just trying to get the good old Shrine of Death to work. I have not used it a single time, so I'm going to get like 25 gold all the time. It's going to be great. Yeah. I think Shrine of Death, we're going to try and make this work. We're going to try and make it work, see if we can build a more kind of late-gaming, control-y style. And then, of course, we also have, you know, Shamblers, which are 3, can heal for 3. There's the Bone Reapers with 4, heal for 4, all that stuff. So, yeah, I think even if we have, like, 2 Shrine of Deaths, just have them for really big heals when we need them is really good. Yeah, and more card levels. I will never catch you on that leaderboard. Mud Turtle, the reason I have so many card levels is because let's just look at how many cards I have. Where's the stats? Where does it say how many cards I have? Is that just on the homepage? Is that just in the collection? Nope. I have over 6,000 cards. Even in physical, I have over 6,000 physical cards. So my overall card level, yeah, is up there. And I'm consistently mixing up my decks, playing with cards that I don't play a whole lot, that I have a bunch of cards with, but don't have a whole lot, or have a whole lot, and I'm just leveling them up really quick. I'm just leveling up really quick. Because a lot of people who play the game stick to one deck, stick to the same cards, and they slow their progression down as they get to higher levels. And I'm just like, I've never played with this card. Wonder what it can do. There's like 40 levels. I'm like, sure. But yeah, that's my one shining achievement. Is right there. My one shining achievement is I am the top card level global. You're welcome. You're welcome, Twitch chat and everyone else. I'm surprised I'm beating literally someone who built the game. Someone who built the game, I am beating them in card level. 3.5k from Fump. Oh, good times, good times. Well, once again, thank you everyone for tuning in. Thank you everyone for enjoying the stream. I hope you had a fun time. I had a great time. I hope you also enjoyed the Tantosian Tavern Trials with me and an amazing player, 2 Pancakes, who has an amazingly fun mill deck that we've played and tested out. Modified to our own liking, of course. But yeah, I cannot wait till the next one comes out. Cowboy Hat Valley, you're doing a great job promoting this, building your own thing. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys very much for joining. As I said, Thunderfin emote is it's pending right now, so hopefully that'll be up by Wednesday. I don't know how long it takes for remote to finish pending, but once it is, man, we'll have that. Hopefully next time I'll also be able to test my mic out now that I got a new cord. Hopefully it'll work. Get it all set up and functioning. Even though I bought like 2 3-inch cords to make this thing work, and I'm like, are you serious? That's what happened? Maybe I'm just going to go to Best Buy and physically buy one that I can look at. That's what I'm going to do. Final days of the O's style. Cowboy Hat Valor. Just means at the end of this month, the decks we've been trying and testing out will be able to compete on the same playing field. It'll be so much better instead of doing someone who's, you know, running 3 ancient miners, 3 Colossi ritual sites, all that stuff. So, everyone, yes, Filthy Phil, good luck in your next match. Good luck in everyone's next matches out there as well. I'll send you with my send-off. Please follow me on YouTube. That channel is going to hopefully start blowing up when I move out, get a green screen, start making some awesome content videos of just my own opinions. You can hate them, you can like them, whatever you want to do. Just follow me on YouTube. Follow me on Twitter. I'll be consistently posting almost every day about fun stuff, maybe random deck ideas. You can comment on my Twitter also, be like, hey, have you tried this card out? I'm like, oh my god, that's awesome. Please check out my website. My website is there for all to view my decks and anything else that I've come out with as well. Check out TradeYour.cards, an amazing deck building site for the community. If you've not already checked it out, save it to your homepage. It's going to be an amazing site. It's only blowing up. The more we talk about it, the more we share it. So thank you guys very much for that. I will see you Wednesday, and we will have some fun building some decks with cards that I have not even touched. Probably none of you are like, is that going to be good? We'll try. We'll see if we can make it work, and we'll try. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? With that being said, Thunderfin salute to everyone out there. Have a good night, and I'll see you next time.